Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. What has been up, what has been going on this week? I've kind of been MIA because the boys in football, so sorry. Right now I'm currently a football mom. They have been practicing like crazy, but they did well on last Saturday's game, so fingers crossed for this Saturday's game. But this video today is brought to you about how I highlight and contour, you know. I told you that I will be doing one soon, so this is it. I hope you love it. It helps. I'm going to try to touch on just a little bit how to get rid of flashback and translucent and highlighting, all that good stuff. So please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and let's get into this look. Okay, we are going to get started with well, let me put it like this. I don't necessarily use primers before my foundation. I really don't like primers, especially because the way my skin type, I'm oily, and sometimes some primers tend to break me out, so I just kind of stay away from primers. So but I do use, it is Dior Dream Skin. You probably won't be able to see the bottle on camera, but I do use this before I put on my foundation. So we're just going to use a little bit of this. It's pink. And we'll just apply it all on my face. It kind of blurs out certain spots on your face. And then it kind of has like a shine to it, a sheen, like a strobe. So let me just put this on. But I am going to use the Mario Badescu hydraulic eye cream underneath my eyes, just to keep that moisture there from foundation to concealer to powder. And I'm gonna just use this finger because it doesn't pull the skin taut. So now I'm going to go in with my NYX Total Control foundation. So like I said before in my other video, I do like to go a little darker on my foundation, only because I've seen what I look like when it's like my complexion or a little too light. So yeah, it's not pretty, like, at all. You don't want to look like Casper. I don't want to look like Casper. So I like to go just a little darker, but then I'm also a little lighter on my face than I am my arms. So when I tan, I don't like to tan my face because of the redness and the peeling, and I just know. So my body's just a little bit darker than my face. So I'm gonna go in with golden. And then with this foundation, it's like medium to full. You can build it up on your own. It comes with a brush, but I'm gonna just use a wet beauty blender just to blend things on out. But me personally, when it comes to foundation, I like a full coverage foundation because I'm just extra. And sometimes I color correct, but sometimes not. Most cases I kind of feel like I don't need to, since I do like a heavier foundation. So using a heavier foundation, it will kind of cover things a little bit better. I have a dry spot right there. I don't know where it came from. Couldn't tell you. And then I like to bring it back kind of on my ears some, bring it down towards the neck, just to blend it better. So So the more drops you add is more like the more coverage you add with this foundation. So it's basically like I'm building it up. Bring it up into the hairline, of course, because you don't want to look like you have on a mask. And I think I am going to go in with the just like a little flat brush and just, you know, just to blend out that concealer around the brow so we don't quote unquote have halo brows. And a halo brow is where the concealer, you can see the concealer on top of the foundation. But right here, it kind of doesn't matter because that's where your highlight's gonna go, so it's really not a big deal in my eyes. Now on to highlighting. I'm going to mix the LA Girl Pro Concealer and the Tarte Take Shape in light medium honey, only because this is just a little bit too light for me. I normally do use these to highlight, and if I do use these, it's like I want to say natural and pure beige, but I'm gonna mix Cool Tan and this one together. I'm gonna just spread this out on the face. So by mixing these colors, I'm keeping my highlight just a little bit more natural, tone it down some. And by highlighting, it's helping bring out certain features of my face that the light is going to hit. And I really don't like to go too crazy with the highlight on my forehead. It's not something that I just always have to do. Sometimes I don't even do it. But, and then I'm going to highlight up here just for all this to blend together. And sometimes I highlight down here, sometimes I don't. It's totally up to you how your facial structure is built, what you like, what you think look good. So we're just gonna blend this on out. I'm gonna use the butt of the Beauty Blender just to blend out the edges. We're gonna bring this up towards the eye, but not too far up, because depending on your eye and how the concealer, let me just back up. Depending on your eye, and moving the concealer up too high could make your eye water, could irritate your eye. But remember, it's going to act as a primer for your under eye eyeshadow. You do not want that eye water, especially after you done spent time on that eyeshadow. You will be hot, believe me. So we're just gonna make sure that's all blended out. Now we're gonna go in with the Airspun translucent powder. Get this from Walmart for like $5. Look, I can be expensive and I can be cheap, but as long as it works, hey, that's all that matters, okay? So I'm gonna set this on my under eye. You can either bake or you could press it into the skin. It's totally up to you. It kind of smells like greenish. Some people think it's stink, but I actually get a lot of compliments from my clients. They be like, it smells good, but it kind of smells greenish, but hey, gets the job done. I'm gonna press it into the skin some, but not all the way. So while that bakes and do its job, I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Collection concealer in number 17. These are actually really great concealers if you're on a budget but you want to still kind of be high end. So what I like to do is really put the concealer like on the back of my hand versus like putting it on my face. Cause like while you're working on this side, it could be sinking in, and then you have like a dark line, and then it's kind of hard to blend. And or you could put too much, and yeah, you look real muddy. So I rather start off light, then build it up, basically. So what I like to do is use a spruly brush. This is the MAC 188. And I just take it on the back of my hand and just new work. Now you're going to follow your cheekbone, so you can do it like that or twist the face however you like. So I start from their ear and kind of work myself down. I'm just going to bring it down where it kind of blends on top of my highlight on my forehead. And then I also like to bring my contour on the temples of my head because I hate for the highlight to go like this. It's something that I like to do. I'm going to take my NARS Kabuki brush and just knock that translucent powder out the way. Most of the time with most translucent powders, you will still see a cast there. That's where a setting spray comes in, or a face powder that's like your foundation complexion. But I'm gonna just take some translucent powder, just a little bit, and just put it on my contour just to set it, just so it doesn't move. But I'm not gonna let this sit or bake. I'm just gonna brush this off. So now I am going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder, the matte poreless 310, just to kind of set, continue to set everything. You don't need a lot. To contour my forehead, I do like to go in with the Black Radiance Light to Medium True Complexion Contour Powder. Just to start off as my contour, to me, like, it gives me that glow, that natural glow, like that golden glow, versus making me look muddy, especially on my forehead. Oh my gosh. I've been there before, okay? Been there before. So to me, it just gives me that golden contour. Like it's more my complexion. Now I do like to go in with the Anastasia contour kit in medium to tan, in this with this baby right here, just to chisel up my cheekbones. Now I use the same color for my contour on my nose. I don't like to really use concealer then powder on my nose. It just, in pictures, it just looks too snatched, and I want to look as natural, but you know, like, oh girl, you cute, you know, but still a little realistic. So I just take a little fluffy brush. I had got this one from my mama. It's a Echo Tools little brush, and I just go along my nose, and I'm gonna bring it up towards my brow, coming towards my brow. And then I'm just gonna put a little line on top. Just to give me that button nose effect. Now here's the trick to make your nose look real snap, but not overdone, okay? So I'm gonna get some translucent powder with the tip of the beauty blender, and be careful because you can make your nose look crooked. So I just go along the lines like that. And if you pay close attention, you will see, like, with the translucent powder, if it is crooked. So you want to make it as even as you can. And I'm just going to put some on the tip. And put some like that. And I'm going to actually let this bake. Now it's time to bronze the face. I would say this is probably one of my favorite parts, besides the highlighter. Highlighting, I can go crazy with some highlighter. So I'm going to use the Dior bronzers that I just absolutely love. And I'm gonna just go on top of my contour. To me, this kind of like smooths it out. It's the best way I could really describe it. I'm gonna just on my head where my on my forehead where the highlight meets the contour. It just helps give it that transition. And I'm going to bronze my double chin that we all have. Okay. You can lie, act like you know, like you don't, but we know. Okay. So now on to blush. You can either use blush or not. If I want that good, like that bronzy look, that golden bronzy look, I won't use it. But of course, I'm gonna go in with the Cabana boy. So now, after I let my nose bake, I'm going to just wipe that off. I'm going to use the Kylie Cosmetics and Salted Caramel for my highlight. And this is the Anastasia A23 brush, highlighter brush. And then when I highlight, I like to highlight my Cupid's bow just to make my lips just a little fuller, a little more pouty. And I go crazy there too. Go down the bridge of my nose. Some people like to use a skinnier brush or their finger. It doesn't really matter to me. And this is where I like to smile. And really get it on the apple of my cheeks. And of course we're gonna go back in with the angle brush that still has like a little bit of blush on it, and just blend that highlight on in. And then now off camera, I'm going to finish up my under eye and my lip. I will be right back. Okay, now to finish up the look, this is like one of the biggest steps in my eyes. So a lot of girls have a problem with looking, what is it called? The flashback from the makeup, the foundation, the highlight, the powder. Majority of the time it's your powder. So one way to cancel out that powdery look in a picture is going to be your setting spray. I usually like to use the Smashbox primer water, but unfortunately I'm out, so I'm going to go in with the Revolution Pro Fix Oil Controlling Fixing Spray. So let's hope this does not break me out, okay? I like to drown myself with my setting spray. You can, you don't have to, but I do. So, and then also a quick tip: whenever you are using setting spray, when you close your eyes, don't squinch, because if you have on liner, it sometimes it'll get wet, and then you'll have black liner on the lid. So just to try to avoid that. So just relax and spray. In water, and then keep like your head tilted to where your eyes stay low. Like I said, with that setting spray being on your face and your eyes, you look up, you have black liner on top. Tell me I ain't never teach you nothing, okay? If there's any ways that you like to minimize the flashback, please let me know. Put it in the comments, share with the other ladies. You know, we all can learn from somebody, or I could take something and learn from you. You never know.